Okay. Version 4.4. Oh, it's only one. Oh, it's the crane. It's Xian Yu weapon cloud retainers. Okay. Um and so let's go. Hmm. Where is it? Is it okay, right here. Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. Can't even finish reading those weapons, Laura. I'll just listen to you. Good, good. Good. uh, yeah, let's sit on this. And can we see Celestia from here? Where is Celestia? Or is it like behind this? Ooh. This is the first time I hear like without any sound effects. Like you can you if you I think if you wear like headphones, you can hear like a like a subtle sound at the back in the background. Can I see it? Observe. Um. Okay. Here. This one. Thing. Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty. We don't have. Um. Wait. We can pull out. No. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I was thinking maybe we can switch to Xiao, since we're in Liyue, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. Let me. Let me. Where is it? Ta-da! All right. I need to move again. Okay. All right. Um, 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 Da-da-da-da-da-da. Where's the music? There you go. Is the music loud? I hope it's okay. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Next stop is version 4.4 weapons. It's only one though. So Crane's echoing call. A fan carved from pure jade, around which swirls an ancient aura of adaptable energy. Okay, let me. Alright. Hoo hoo hoo, look at that. It's so cool. Hmm. Oh, they need these materials. Alright, okay. It's for. Guys, please. Don't bring back the memories. Grandma Boo Boo. For those that don't know, it's the Boo Boo Pharmacy, guys. It's Boo Boo Pharmacy, not the other B. Okay, okay. Oh god. Okay. Oh dear. Alright. This was in the distant past, before the prosperous port city was ever established. Then, even the boats of the Adepti were not spared from the flaming beacons of war. The lords, once worshipped as gods, fought for reasons with their own blood and fire, separation and betrayal. All the mortal world was stained. Those who lost everything in the tumult fled to the mountains, and there they begged for the Adepti for shelter. Doggedly pursuing those survivors, were countless monsters who had long since lost their senses. Their names were unknown, their numbers uncountable. They came on like a flood, destroying all in their path. The other master that they had once revered had fallen. I see. And their first roaring was, in truth, a final morning howl. So I wonder, they are they talked about like during the Archon War, and how when their god, who the person they worship for, like died in the Archon War, so they seek for protection for you know like to the other for like the other gods. Wait. Even the abodes of the Adapter were not spared from the flaming beacons of war. The lords once worshipped as gods, fought for reason their own. Okay, all right. But the mortals, but the mortals then could not have known that the Lord who once defended these mountains and waters had now passed. Mountains and waters. And that all that stood between them and the onrushing deluge of catastrophe were a few vigilant yaksha who dwelt there. Wait a second. But the mortals then could not have known that the Lord who once defended these mountains and waters had now passed, and that all that stood between them and the onrushing deluge of catastrophe. Okay, so they were talking about like the time when what is it called? The time during the flood? Maybe? Hasn't done. Yeah, I haven't done Chenuville work quest. Okay. Who dwelled there? After several days of fierce battle, white clothes had turned scarlet, and scarlet garments had been stained black. Yep. Still, the monsters came on like an endless horde. As this tale dates to days ancient beyond memory, the tale thereafter has branched out into many versions. Some say that just as all hung in the balance, an adapters with azure and white feathers, we know that it's the cloud retainer, bursts from the clouds like a descending gale, solitary, solemn, silent, in proud majesty and dignity, did this being defend and administer the forebears, turning a hopeless cause around by vanquishing what had appeared a limitless tide of monstrosities. At this point, I'm not sure if they talked about during the Archon War or during the Cataclysm or what. Okay. Others say that as things appeared most perilous, two jade carved cranes hurtled from the skies above, and in a hail of sigils did they subjugate countless evils as a chill wind disperses an expanse of cloud. But I think this is before the cataclysm, Kandria cataclysm, because right here we have a few vigilant yaksha. So I think it might be during the Archon War. because Yaksha is still there. Okay, all right. Where were we? This is probably during the Archon War. Yeah, I feel so. I feel so too. Okay. Where is it? Okay, right here. Others say that as things appeared most perilous, two jade-carved cranes hurtled from the skies above, and in a hail of sigils did they subjugate countless evils as a chill wind disperses an expanse of cloud. But when all turned to look, lo, there were no cranes, but an adapted airborne. Ah, the thing. Okay. Folding fan in fair hand. Still others claim that so far. Wait. Still others claim that so far above mortal reach was this adaptus' might that the ancestors but heard a crane's cry, and before them the endless monsters were as ash in an instant, like dust that dissipates in the sunlight. No matter which version of the tale, the people of Liyue thereafter would, when speaking of the Adapter's cloud retainer, would never fail choose their words with some respect. And as for what really happened back then, interested in such distant matters, you truly are a person of some leisure. Well, what with a similar mood being upon oneself, one shall speak of it. Now, one believes that this tale may be not but 8 or 9 hours into the telling. Guys, grab your popcorns. Yes. But you should pull a chair out still. What? Were you trying to slink away while once was distracted? I love Cloud Retainer. Man, oh man. Yes, let's run away, guys. Oh god. Imagine the traveler was just already like sleeping on the chair. Ah. And then this music. Not even catching. Oh god. No, that song ruined this. But it's still funny. I love it. Oh dear. The next one. Oh, yes, we move on to version 4.5. Ipologia. And 90 oh, oh my god. But at the end, I managed to get a Lucino. Yay. Alright. Where is... Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Dialogue. Oh, okay, there's 2 weapons. Since this one, let's change. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let me... Alright. Inazuma. Oh, that's not Inazuma. Where should we... Let's just go here. Lost 50-50 and now I'm out of it. Ah, Sag. Hello. Oh, I'm back. Have you done your job? How's your novel? How is your light novel? I hope it's not some dry documentary. Alright, okay, let's go. Oh, look at her. Look at her. And now look at me. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course. Look at yeah. Oh my god, she's so beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's Okay. My dear is already C3. Oh, yet no Dilip, no Mona. It's okay, guys. One day, just like one day you'll get, you will get them. Just like how I just got Chi Chi after like how many 2 to 3 years. So yeah, one day you'll get them. Don't worry. Okay. Where is Oh, alrighty. Uraku Misugiri. This famous blade was once created by the hand of Urakusai? Wait a second. Is doesn't isn't Urakusai is from Yaimiko's story quest? I cannot remember. Yeah, I feel like it. Hmm. This famous blade was once created by the hand of Urakusai. Oh, wow. This was his creations? Oh my god. The renowned literature legend has it that it has never caught any living creature in all these hundreds of years. Well, it is now. It is now. Juries has been doing some cutting some cutting on the enemies. Oh, the traveler, I would say. Okay. Oh, oh. Alright. Legends tell of how the kitsune Urakusai once earned the undying enmity of the Bakedanuki by cutting the gold lacquered screen curtains of the stage within the forest. Oh, should we go to the should we go to the Buddhist? Should we? Hmm. Okay. Screen curtains of the stage within the forest while caught up in a drunken reverie. This act earned his sword its name. Ah, that's why, okay. And the kitsune's drunken dance, blade, wild beneath the moon, became a tale told amongst all who saw, save for the Bakedanuki. I saw a lot of Bakedanuki here. Should we really? Should we? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Um, where were we? Later, it is said that Urakosai apologized to the Bakedanuki, who had held the play, and gave them his precious tea set and other treasures, and he of the front gate, who had met him but once before the incident, received the blade Misugiri as a reward for mediating between the parties. Okay. As for this recipient, by the way, why is this? I don't think it's. I don't think it's Yaimiko. Or is it? Hmm. Okay. Um, where were we? As for this recipient, he was slightly different from the rumors. Not only was he a strange character who had fought a vicious battle against lavender melon trees, but one who had a sense of elegance, enjoying plays, toys, and clothing. Hmm, makes sense. Okay. When throwing her when throwing himself into battle, he would garb himself in golden brocade, threaded in threaded with autumn grass and clouds, and the garish garish oil paints on his face would give him a fantastical form. However, neither ancient texts nor folk stories describe how he carried the great golden blade Misugiri in his final battle. Instead, his weapon his weapon is always the same in many anecdotes and stories. A a prodigiously sized blade with a name just as long and difficult to pronounce as his own. Though Though there are scrolls depict him wielding a sword, there are scrolls depict him wielding a sword in each hand. Oh, just like Fury? Hmm. Oh, okay. Um, though there are scrolls depict him wielding a sword in each hand, one large and one small. His majestic form cutting through the onrushing tide of black monsters. Ah, black monsters. So it's the abyss, right? Hmm. I think it's I think it's the abyss. Hmm. Wait a second. Thank you for the headpads again. All right. Where is the hmm? According to the authoritative anthology of the time, Misugiri had already been lost by of the front gate of the front gate in the summer of some year before the disaster. For this reason, the blade that may never have got an enemy, Misugiri has always piqued the imaginations of those who discuss historical tales while deep into their cups. Among the Oni, oh wow, it's a long. Okay, it's very, very long. All right. Among the Oni, one who tell the history and legends only through song and chant, and never through writing. There is a story that is different from, or perhaps complementary to that which is recorded in the anthology. After a wrestling match during a festival, he of the front gate gifted the renowned blade Misuguri to a tailor. Oh, who was not from a martial family. It seemed as though a young girl patched and mended a golden flower that had come loose from his houri, and he gifted her the sword at his side. Wait, I wonder if like no, it can't be. Wait a second. I don't think the young girl is Chiori. Hmm. Okay. Where were we? Okay, right here. I like how like Urakusai passed this to him and then he passed this to another to a tailor. Okay. Um yes, we already read this one. What do you mean? You don't want a reward? How about this then? I'll trade this here sword of mine for your scissors. It won't count as a reward then, eh? Huh, what are you saying? Of course it can be used to cut clothes. Such a young lady, but when you open your mouth, you actually sound like one of them. One of them boring tanker. Okay. What kind of lame excuse is there's a difference between martial families and commoners? You use such tiny little scissors to snip clothes. A nice long blade like this ought to work better, don't you think? No way. I'm giving you this sword because it's winded. Old owner just kept rambling on. Something about how famous stuff ought to get hung on walls for people to admire. I'm not just giving it to you. It's a transaction, you know? Better than you cut some clothes with it than me having that old fox popping by. Than me having that old fox popping by to ask me how the sword's doing every few days. Okay, okay, I see. Hey, I can hear what you're saying about me. Alright, this is funny. And keep my voice out of this. Whatever, just watch closely. With that, the Oni abruptly okay, doesn't say who. With that, the Oni abruptly stood and drew the sword forth from the scabbard. It, its cold edge reflecting moonlight and the festival smoke. Then he cut one of his sleeves clean off with no hesitation, before sheathing the sword and sitting upright, offering the brocaded sleeve along with the sword. This only warrior who usually laughed and shouted in front of all and sundry upon the streets and cared little for minor matters, seemed a little more like a fierce fiend when serious. See, even an oaf like me who doesn't know squat about ta- about tailoring can slice through cloth like butter using this here knife. So you best give it some credit, you hear? All right. Take good care of it now. I'm figuring that you are the only one who will put it to good use. I'll just end up breaking it. You want me to keep it as some kind of family heirloom? I've thought about that. But a famous sword gets sad if it ain't used. And if that happens, next time Urakusai shows up, he'll mock me for being a dumb, loud, boring, uncultured, you know, that kinda claptrap. Face to face with the sudden, oh god, it's really, okay. Face to face with the sudden solemn Oni's visage, the young tailor girl of common birth was absolutely terrified. After waiting for the girl, now shaking with fear, to accept the precious thank you gift, Dione let loose a few great guffaws, thinking himself quite clever and left most satisfied. He, of the front gate, thus earned the title of the Great Idiot among the villagers, and he did not dislike it, though he was quick to laugh and quick to anger. He made many friends and protected many lives in his life, which was itself neither exceptionally long nor overly short. Afterward, when countless textless embroidered scrolls were woven for those gods, kitsune, yokai, oni, and humans who protected lives beyond counting, wrecked by guilt for never managing to return the blade to him, to help him fell his foes. The tailor designed that awe-inspiring image of his likeness wielding two blades. Oh, but that was later. Before that would come to pass, Urakusai had to first grieve for the scattered, wandering people for years. Oh? Something happened? I guess. Whenever descendants of that Oni bore his name, whenever descendants of that Oni who bore his name saw one carrying magnificent blade who was not the young seamstress, they would call, Uncle often sighed, Uncle often sighed as he cleaned that sword, blaming Urakusai for leaving such an extraordinary treasure to such an oaf like himself. This thing ought to enjoy the comfort and beauty of the world. How could I ever stand to taint it with slaughter and fury? But to get back on topic, when the girl discovered the blade's marvelous uses of the battlefield, it was still some time before she would weave that particular scroll. In those days, the only Chio. Oh. The Chio danced in her resplendent Junihito. Ha! Dazzling as dainty flowers fluttering in the spring breeze. So, wait a second. I. Hmm. So she used this sword. The girl discovered the blade's marvelous use of it. Was still some time before she would weave that particular scroll. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Oh, 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 oh. And I like how they use the materials in Inazuma again. Interesting. Okay. The next stop is the last. The last sword. The last sword. reading session for today. The dialogues of the desert sages. But this we have this with us. Okay, let's go. I don't know why I feel suddenly I feel weak. All of all of all out of all of a sudden. Okay, where should we go? Should we go to our village? Or should we go somewhere in the desert? I think let's. Ooh. You know what? Let's go to Udar al Shifa. But there's enemies there. I don't want to fight. It's okay. I think the music is the same, right? Hello. Oh, it's this way. Yes, let's just hide. Let's just hide down here. Yes. Yes. We hide. Nobody. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. All right. Yes, this. Where is it? Where is the. Yes, this. And as usual. Meow. Okay. I think let me take a sip. Man, it's been 7 hours? Wow. Wow. Okay, let's finish this one off. Alrighty. Look at this. I like how it shines. Look at that. It's wow. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. Alright. Dialogues of the Desert Sages. A catechus symbolizing the glory of alchemy made from special alloys to match its special status. Interesting. It is exceedingly rigid and heavy and would probably hurt pretty bad if used as a cudgel. Guys, wait a second. Cudgel. Cudgel? Oh, like a club. I see. If used as a weapon. I see. Okay. So, catechus, symbolizing the glory of alchemy made from special alloys to match its special status. It is exceedingly rigid and heavy, and would probably hurt pretty bad if used as a weapon, as a club. Okay. Oh my god. 7 sages? 6 cardinal sins? Alright, okay. The 7 sages of King Dashrid have long vanished. Their deeds blown away by the winds, leaving them behind only their names, carved in stone. Now, even these engravings have been eroded by the winds of time, turning into little more than golden grains of the sand. The right hand of King Dashrid, the head of the 7 sages, the minister of ministers, the god king, the good It's the goat king, the goat king himself. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. The goat king, the great bird winging skyward towards the sun, the king's soul, the Saint Banu. The lioness with a head, with a human head. Lioness with a human head. The king's will, the saint, Shesepanth, Shesepanth, and the dragon who obtained the flesh and blood of the king, who never counted itself among the seven. Oh, the pap. Wait a second. The king's soul, the Saint Banu. The lioness is the saint Shasapant, and the dragon who obtained the flesh and blood of the king. You mean the goat king? Or King Dashred? I mean, we know that. Wait, I think King Dashred was eaten by a pet, no? Right? I guess? I forgot. The four named above have nothing to do with the story that follows. But okay. So why did you tell me then? I mean that's okay. The Crocodile King. Oh, this. Wait, I think we should read the bow. The Ibis or Ibis King. I don't know which one. Yeah. You know what? Let's since we're here, let's just finish this one. Okay, the Crocodile King and Ibis King were arguing ceaselessly as ever. And that day, the subject of their debate was the changing of things. The Crocodile King sought a person who possessed mystic art. That person had been blessed by an oceanid who was staying there, and any liquid that passed through his hands would transform itself into an exquisite wine. Perfectly proportioned. It's like Diana. Eh? But it's a he. Okay. It's another person like Diana. Interesting. The Ibis King brought forth another rare being, one who had accidentally touched the tomb and remains of the ancient god and been cursed. Oh, that's not good. Due to the curse, anything touched by both his hands would slowly become pure silver. Oh. Interesting. It's like, okay. I forgot like the what is it, but after all, from today we know that transformation into gold and mora is the sole province of Duzori. More rags? Rags lapis? Eh? Wait a second. Brought forth another rare being, one who had accidentally touched the tomb of remains. Due to the curse, anything touched by both his hands would slowly become pure silver. After all, from today, we know that transformation into gold and mora is the sole province of Duzori. Oh! We have another name for Rex Lapis. Oh, okay. Wait, I encountered this name before, but I forgot where. I think during like the materials readings or like the books. Okay. Two of them bet on which effect would win out in the end. They also asked Hermanubis. Hermanubis. And oh my god. Talking about Hermanubis, I can't wait to do Sinosol request. Okay. They also asked Hermanubis, who is the last of the seven sages. Who is the last of the seven sages to be mentioned, to make a conjecture as to the eventual result. Hermanubis was a sage of the desert and the leader of the priestly class. Okay. For this reason, he was both a warrior and a sage, and as the learning known as alchemy was passed down amongst humans, and he was well versed in its secrets, asking him to judge was eminently reasonable. Okay. Okay. Both forms of power clashed directly as sharp spears striking sturdy shields spake Hermanubis, and they must each yield unto the other and take a step back. This is the principle of equilibrium. In the end, the final result was that the cup became pure silver. So this one is the another rare being that Ibis King brought. Huh. Wait a second. Hermanubis is the last of seven sages. The head of the seven sages is the goat king. Okay. In the end, the final result was that the cup became pure silver, while the silted water within became a fine liquor with suspended grains of silver. Okay, so they like the crocodile king, the crocodile king's person makes the water inside the cup into like a fine wine, while the ibis king's person the person that has been brought by the ibis king turned the cup into pure silver. I see. Grains of silver, alright. Yet the crocodile king and ibis king did not understand Hermanubis' admonishment. Instead continuing their battle. Did not understand Hermanubis' admonishment, instead continuing their battle. In the end, they invented a strange summoning magic. And now, the two of them have traversed millennia to continue their battle upon the field of ingenious invocation TCG. Yeah, we did. They did mention about the crocodile king. Okay. Hi. Thank you for the follow. We currently reading the last weapon for version 4.5. Fix my posture. Oh, true. Thank you for reminding me. All right. All of this is part of this version of the story of King of Applications. Okay. Okay. I see. And then there's me who took it seriously. I see. By the way, about the Ibis King or Ibis King, this I think we've read this one before, but it's kinda like how to say like a little bit faded. I mean, like my memory, I couldn't. I don't remember what it's about, but I do remember it's about there's like ibis king something written in it. Okay, scion of the blazing sun, an ancient longbow that is a remnant of King Dashrid's ancient era, and indecipherable ancient texts and solemn patterns have been carved into it. Oh, really? Oh, okay. There's no text. Is there a text? I don't see it. Okay. All right. In the era when the Desert King ruled the lands, authority covered the realm like sunlight over the rolling dunes. The surviving songs of the nomads are like the chirping of the desert insects, forever singing of the glory of that forgotten golden age. The Red Lord, they say, once contended against the bright sun and ultimately fell to the earth like a meteorite. There are those among the priests, they say, who were not slain by the kings and princes, who passed down King Dashrid's art of archery. Ooh, okay. Were not slain. Okay. The descendants of the priest call themselves the heirs of the burning sun and practice the ceremonies of King Dashrid's kingdom from days past without ceasing. Okay. I wonder if it like carry on until to this very day. Even the traveling merchants and their information networks know precious little about these mysterious cabals. Few among the gilded descendants of the desert have the right to inherit the legacy of King Dashrid's priest, and few can still read the ancient text. And I like how, like from the special program, or like from the trailer itself, like they kind of like going like pursue to with Sino to become like the like kind of like I think they mentioned something like you are the right person to inherit something, or like to be the next Hermanubis or something like that. Something like that. I don't remember really, but yeah. Much less the graceful combat arts that the ancient priests had mastered, cudgel, spear, and that of which they were most proud, archery. Okay. The Aramites named these people ascetics, and some have now turned their loyalty to the only surviving god king of Sumeru. but most disappeared into boundless desert, hiding among the snakes, scorpions, and specters of the ancient kingdom. Those loyal to the rainforest retain the customs of being hidden and silent, using their strength to repay the ancients' favor. Yet, in their heart of hearts, they deeply mourn their ancestors and His Majesty King Dashrit, who met with disaster millennia before. In this way, the elegant and ancient art and ceremony of archery had been passed down till today by the descendants of the priest. Ooh, you know what? We saw the new characters. The it's not the banner. Posters, I would say. From Genshin Impact Twitter, and and I saw that character holding this bow. And also like he also appeared in Sino second story quest, right? I haven't done it though. So I wonder if he is one of the descendants of the priest. That would be cool. Though the meaning of many ancient texts and pictures have long been lost or have succumbed to error, and though the mighty figure of the Red Lord knocking an arrow to his bow has become only a shattered dream of the distant past, the fragile embers of that ancient nation have not yet been extinguished, but have become an even more deeply concealed element, passing on their inherited knowledge of the ancient days, protecting civilization today. And among those ascetics who disappeared into the desert, some strayed from the path of the priest. They became obsessed with fleeting mirages of authority, attempting to meddle with and mold the nomadic tribes. Using the strict ceremonies of the ancient past, they trained lost children as falcons, just like how they did to our falcons. And now she died in our hands after doing the Jet world quest. Oh, so you guys are one of them. Okay. The advanced technique. The advanced techniques honed from generation to generation to cultivate noble warriors have today taken a decidedly different path to assist in birth of a new quote-unquote king. They train completely mindless falcons and dogs. But that is another tale for another time. For those with great ambition often disappear into the vast desert without a sound, like bitter tears falling into the infinite and endless ocean. Man. Okay, first for sure I thought they mentioned about Ibis King, but seems like no, there's none. Where did I found? Weird. So yeah, man. And I already forgot her name though. Like how, man, is that world quest? And then they just ran off. Those cowards. They just gone. Man, oh man. Oh, I think I know. It's not that one. It's this one. Ibis Pierce. Okay. It's this. I I read the wrong one. Now I have to read another. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Hook, hook, hook. Hicks, hicks, hicks. Okay. Ibis Piercer. A golden bow forged from the description in the story. If you use it as as a normal weapon, you can also view it as a part of fictional world that has made it off the pages. This. Oh my goodness gracious. This item was supposed to be a product sample of a pre-order special for the final volume of King of Invocations. Um, However, due to its unique specifications, the request to produce a sample was misunderstood as one to craft an actual weapon. As such, the editors of Yai Publishing House were frustrated at what transpired upon receiving this bow. Yet, Fukumoto who was present when the bow was delivered, was deeply inspired by this turn of events and wrote the following excerpt, which would later be included in the book as an appendix. The one who wields this bow shall be shall be the most adept archer under the command of the king of the great red sand. It is, as everyone said, and a belief that the Prussian green-skinned young man held strongly when the ibis king displayed his trove of treasures. This bejeweled sandstone-hued longbow caught his eye immediately. It was a time when the young man had yet to be poisoned by destiny, at a, a time when he still believed that all that he desired were accolades to be won. To him, it was a mere matter of how much effort one had to devote. Thus, he posed a question to the ibis king with an easy confidence. If I become the most brilliant archer of all, if I possess power and strength surpassing that of the other kings, would this longbow be mine? Oh. Silence fell over the court. In the shadows yet to be illuminated by the lamps, no one dared to answer. There was only one exception, the man atop the throne with eyes as sharp as the falcon. As the falcons chuckled and granted the young man's wish, the day is bound to come. The green-skinned young, this green-skinned youth thought. Be that as it may, long arduous years have passed since. It was several hundred years later that, when the Lord of War fulfilled his wish, possessing the young man who opened the casket of tomes, he entered the sealed room of jewels again, and only then did he see the longbow held by the phantom. It was as if time stood still, so that the remnant of his soul could pass through the shattered doors and scattered corridors, and return to the chamber of treachery and machinations, grasping the inescapable golden arrow fired by the bow of secret rites was zipping towards him. He saved the body from an unfortunate fate of being impaled through the chest. That had always been part of his plan. But at this moment, the secret ritual dissipated. The arrow was dispelled, and the silhouette of the bow wielder vanished in a flash. He grabbed the longbow before it clattered to the ground. His multiple attempts at seizing golden forged bow had ended in failure, which contributed to the rift between him and the Ibis King. Alas, when he finally acquired the treasure that he had long coveted, he found that his heart was as cold as a stagnant swamp with a nary a ripple of joy. The crocodile king pondered and concluded that he no longer had such great yearning to satisfy those unfulfilled desires as he did in his youth. Moreover, the revered lord of the sacred sands, of the scarlet sands, had been hidden in many histories, and the mistress of flowers had never been seen again, envying for the mausoleum's throne. Strife and chaos broke out among the kingdoms. Amidst the turmoil, he took the opportunity to trample the sea of sands in name of the right of duels. Okay. All to erase the barriers between multitude of worlds and thus incite a frenzied war. To stop him, a lone elderly figure clutching onto the golden bow trudged up the steps leading to the ritual. Those were but memories of bygone era. He ran his fingers over the orb on the bow until it dawned on him that it wasn't dust that was dimming its glow, let alone the fact that this dust was a mere figment of his imagination. Never mind, the Lord of War thought. He heard the sound of the table being activated again in the room of jewels, and guessed that the young man whose his remnant soul had once possessed was eagerly waiting for the due. And thus he strapped his long bow to his side, painting a picture of victory he had once dreamed of. The Prussian green-skinned king slowly paced towards the battlefield decreed by fate. Damn. Oh! Wait a second. So this is the original look. This. Oh, okay. Oh wow, look at that. Look at those colors. Interesting though. Interesting. Okay, let me...
オイラだぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな。
Yes, I can hear you. I miss Paimon. So yeah, guys, and that's the end. The end of the weapons readings for version 4.5. Yes. You know, at first I thought that the spear is going to have something to do with the hospitals. I mean, kinda. You know, alchemy, kinda. So yeah. That's why I went there. Let me get my berries. Ah, man, oh man. So yeah, guys. I think that's all for today. Now I'm super hungry. I'm super hungry. I think you guys can tell. I don't know what are they doing right now, Alikino. I don't know what your children are doing right now. Maybe they just sleeping or eating. I don't know. So yeah, guys. Thank you guys for coming by. I really appreciate it a lot and listening throughout this whole reading session, reading weapon lore session. It's not the end. We still have characters and And I think I forgot to read the boss information. I guess. I'll check. I'll check. So yeah, guys, I think that is all for today's stream. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you. Thank you.